It's a fascinating country, India. You're willing to look the right places.
I think if the ball had cut in a little bit, yes, he had a chance, but the ball just held its line. Didn't seem to have moved either away or into him. Just a straight delivery. He missed it.
Rising delivery to finish the over. 4 for 1.
The top start for Lasit Malinga. He has picked up vital wickets for Sri Lanka, but that has been later on in the innings. So with the new ball, it's a big bonus. And Viren Tendulkar, very capable, have to work harder.
It's been the strength of this Indian World Cup team, the batting depth that we just saw. We've lost one. That never deters this team. One Kulashekara, age 28. This one will get the ball to come back in. He's a good one-day bowler, at one time ranked number 1. Doesn't bowl the outswingers, so he can be very economical, testing with his line. And the man on strike, Sachin Tendulkar. Not only has he seen the game change around him, he's seen his home ground change around him. And has a good record at the Wankhede State. First one quickly. He's off the mark.
Yeah, he just opened the face of the bat. But look at this man move. Wouldn't that make the Sri Lankans feel much better? He was the fielder down. They had to run about 20 meters. Look at him go.
Oh, he was a brilliant fielder when he was young. And he still has a good arm. If there was any talk about any injury, well, certainly it didn't seem with that sprint to stop the ball going for a boundary. And just giving away a single. That is terrific work by Muthaiya Muralidharan.
One slip, one gully to Gautam Gambhir.
Well, Murali, he's got a part to play today. And he's been bowling with lots of confidence. Much slower in his pace. That's his World Cup career. Just needs the two wickets to tie with Glenn McGrath.
Well, Kulashekara has to get his line right because he's moved Murali squarer. So a little bit of deflection of the left-hander's pads or the bat is going to go for a boundary. Most captains now today keep the fielder at fine leg squarer. So a little bit of deflection off the pads is a boundary. It's a lot of pressure on the bowler. He's got to get his line right.
He'll be more comfortable against the right-hander. We know what we get from him. Pitches just outside off stump. Nips it back in. And that's why you have the leg side packed with fielders.
Well, I'm not too sure that this is a good idea, having a shy at the stumps. It looks pretty good, but it can deflect and go for runs. Unless there's an absolute chance of a run out, and you can't see that there's a chance of a run out because you're looking at the ball, your back is to the field, to the non-striker. He's batting well, not so much the straight drive, not the flick of the pads. It's the punch of the back foot through the covers, and he's played it so early.
Get a single, Gautam Gambhir. 2 overs gone, it's 10 for 1.
The Sri Lankans do believe they're on their toes. Already saved a few runs. Tilakratna Dilshan in the forefront. They'll have to battle all the way to defend that 274 for 6. Which didn't look possible at all, but Mahela Jayawardena, wasn't he special?
What an innings that was from Mahela Jayawardena. Lost Sangakkara quite early in that partnership. Sangakkara getting 48. It's amazing that he looked like he was playing the sheet anchor role. He was still scoring at well over 100 as the strike rate.
Well, he batted through. That was the key. Love the others, especially Thisara Pereira, to come at the end and make a difference. But before the end, a vital partnership between Mahela Jayawardena and Nuwan Kulasekara. We were all surprised when he walked in at number 7. We know he gives a straight bat and he's useful, but he proved very vital in the end. Supported Jayawardena all the way through. 32 of 30 he made.
And what a partnership that was with Mahela Jayawardena. Gave Jayawardena the confidence that there was somebody willing to stay with him. Good running that. India need to mark a fielder, spot a fielder from whom they can take the extra run.
That time it was Muralidharan. Not timing it well enough, but he realized early that the fielder was on the circle. Generally, if you're off straight away, you're home with time to spare.
Well, he's taken a hat-trick in this tournament, Lasith Malinga.
Well, that's outstanding fielding by the Sri Lankan. They really are charged up. Chasing that ball down, restricting the batsman to just 2 runs. That's terrific fielding by the
time, no footwork, but good balance from Sachin Tendulkar. He's got his timing right. Good support work. They're chasing everything, the Sri Lankans.
Kulasekara, an experienced one-day bowler. It seems like Kumar Sangakkara will be coming up to the stumps. He's got his helmet on.
Batsmen do tend to walk down the wicket at Kulasekara once they get the measure of him. So Sangakkara reacting early.
Come on. Running has been good so far from Gautam Gambhir especially. Every time he's mistimed the ball, he's looked for a single.
Yeah, now if you can do that and the scoreboard keeps rotating, you're rotating the strike, and that'll mean you don't have to take that undue risk to keep in touch with the required run rate.
Yes, I think at the start of your innings, you want to get set. You don't want to be looking to play too many shots too soon. And if you can rotate the strike with the singles.
Good shots. Tendulkar's created it. Now he's put the bowler under.
Well played. 11 runs from that over. It's 26 for 1.
Sri Lanka need to hang in there. Just keep going through the processes. Keep believing. There's a long way to go. And each time, each good over, a maiden over, or even an over for 1 or 2, will in turn put the pressure on the Indians. It's a pressure game. 5.41 runs required at this stage.
Required rate 5.41, original rate 5.50. Very much with pace, with what's needed. Lasith Malinga, his third over, has picked up the wicket of Virendra Sehwag. Gautam Gambhir on strike.
getting an extra over. Generally, Malinga's just bowled the 2 overs up front, maybe even the 1 at certain times. Sangakkara knows the importance.
Yeah, this is something that's very unique when you see these are the balls in which a batsman has been dismissed. Let's have a look at the direction. This is Gautam Gambhir's dismissal against seam. 3 balls down the leg side. You can understand the one that's on top, right at the top. That's a good delivery. Seems like a good line. We'll look at the 3 which are down the leg side.
And now it makes sense why Sangakkara did start with the extra field on the leg side. The leg slip initially and then a fielder just behind the crease. But now he's opted to go to a regulation field. It's got the slip in place, the catcher had short extra cover. Just bowl in the corridor, that's just outside the off stump because Gambhir's got away. He's flicked it, he's handled it well.
Pitch is really playing well for these 2 batsmen.
Sri Lanka had got off to a pretty slow start, so India won't be too worried. They know that Malinga is the danger man before Murali comes in, so they'll try and see him off. He's in his 3rd over, and Sangakkara has used him in bursts of 4, 3 and 3. So they know that probably another over from him before he's given a breather.
Nice shot.
It's from a Sri Lankan point of view. They like to get through to that 10th over, to the 15th over. They're more comfortable when they're able to put the fielders down and use those slower bowlers. So wicket or 2 and keeping the scoring to about around the 5-run mark, they'll settle 4.
That's one of the variations of Malinga. Yorker, but with a different trajectory. Got a bag of tricks, Lasith Malinga. It's not just about pace. Tendulkar got 85 against Pakistan, was adjudged the man of the match. And it seemed like Pakistanis were also fans of Tendulkar batting. Got a few reprieves. In the end, just collected enough runs to matter for India. Pitch really changed, its nature became slow and turning, and in the end 260 was more than enough for India. It seems like if India has to win this World Cup, it will have to be the generation next that will have to do it with the bat. Sehwag, Tendulkar gone, there's Virat Kohli, Gautam Gambhir, Yuvraj Singh, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, Suresh Raina, the young guns. They'll have to step up today.
For a moment I thought, because I said Rajnikant, you were going to say that if India need to win, you need to bring Rajnikant in.
Well, there was one tweet that I read, if Rajnikant is at the ground, India cannot lose. Also got Rahul Gandhi once again sitting in the stands with the fans. Wicket made an over. 7 overs gone. It's 32 for 2. So India will have to do the hard grind now. They'll have to protect wickets. Lost Sehwag and Tendulkar. And it's Kulashekara who is back in the attack, and in the commentary box we've got Saurav Ganguly, Tom Moody and David Lloyd.
Thanks, Sanjay. We're seeing something special from Sri Lanka. It needs something special from India. Mahela Jayawardene with a splendid century, and it needs something similar from India. Reeling, 32 for 2. Just settle for one into mid-wicket. 8th over then. Kulaseka starts his 3rd, none for 17.
Yeah, desperation in the field by the Sri Lankans. They are renowned for being a good fielding unit. It's only been strengthened today by the inclusion of Chamara Kapilgedera, who's an outstanding fielder. He, unfortunately for him, he missed out with a bat, but he can certainly make up some ground in the field. So Suraj Randiv there, he'll be playing an important role. There's Chamara Kapilgedera, so you can guarantee, in a key position behind point.
The running between the wickets of these two will be under the scanner. They play for the same state. They've got into trouble a few times. There you see a yes and a no already. They'll have to watch out for it.
Well, it's interesting. Running between the wickets is about trust, isn't it? Saurav, you need to trust your partner's judgment, and you need to be 100% committed to the run.
It's also about knowing your partner. You may not have the quickest of the guys you're batting with. So at times you have to adjust according to him. You may be the quickest batsman runner between the wickets in the world, and if you keep taking off, somebody will be in trouble at some stage.
Confidence and telepathy. Knowing when to run and when not to run. You can just look in each other's eyes and go. But it's 33 for 2, India. 2 openers back in the shed. Just gentle pace is this, Kulaseka. He's not express. The express man is at the other end.
It's interesting. I think Kulaseka has also summed up this wicket. I don't think you need to bowl quickly on this wicket. He can be a lively pace, a nippy type bowler, and he's had a lot of success for Sri Lanka, particularly in the one-day format. And I think he's probably read this wicket pretty well. He knows he's got to bowl very straight, stump to stump, and it's not all about pace, it's more about control.
Just a single from the over. It's 33 for 2. So, what about this pitch then? We've seen a little bit of spin. Is it going to deteriorate?
It looks a very good surface. I went in at the break and there was not a scratch mark on it. It's not crumbled. There's not many spike marks. It's still hard and good. It will be a good batting surface. But the key will not be the pitch. It will be how India handle the chase. Now, they've lost the 2 big guns, Tendulkar and Sehwag. Tendulkar, more importantly, big game, big player. Sehwag has struggled in the World Cup after his first knock against Bangladesh. Tendulkar's wicket, they have the batting to do it. But will they be able to handle the pressure? 2 spinners, Murali and Randiv. That's going to be the key.
Change of ball in again. Malinga out of the attack. 4 excellent overs. Pereira comes into the attack. So change of ends for Pereira. We talk about India and this fabulous batting lineup when you lose the first 2, and just let's remind ourselves who they are. Sehwag, Tendulkar. I just wonder if there's any sort of panic that goes through the team. Okay, these big guns have gone. How does it affect the rest?
It's a really interesting point, because I remember my first time when I took over the coaching role in Sri Lanka, 2005. A very similar issue happened when Jaya Surya went early. So if son of Jaya Surya went early, and we all know how devastating player he could be in his time, he could tear any attack apart, and he did it regularly. If he went early, it would send shudders through the dressing room. A real fear of how are we going to chase down this total. So, if you've got 2 players of the calibre of Tendulkar and Sehwag, you can guarantee the dressing room will be feeling the pinch.
I'm a little disappointed with, coming to Sehwag. We heard before the start of the tournament, he said, I want to bat 50 overs. And when he batted at the game against Bangladesh, it looked like he's changed his mindset. There's no doubt about his ability. But just having a look in the last 4 or 5 knocks under pressure, he's probably gone back to his old ways in one-day cricket. And if he has to be successful, even half as successful as he is in Test cricket, he'll probably have to change his way.
Well, it certainly means that these two lads, Gambier, who's a wonderful player, opening batsman in Test match cricket, but the youngster will be interesting, Kohli. Comes with great raps. I'm sure that everybody in India thinks a lot about him, but it needs something special here.
They've done it before. These two partnership against the same Sri Lankan team without Muralidharan. In Calcutta, they chased 300, they were 30 for 2. But it's a different situation, a different game. And for them, it will be important to shut the result out of their head. I know it's not an easy thing to do, but you have to do that if you have to take the pressure out of the game.
And Murali, 80% fit, do you think he's a massive influence on this game?
Absolutely. And looking at the way he chased when Tendulkar hit a ball down to third man, he looks okay to me, and he was keen. I saw him in the morning, just before the toss he was bowling. In the middle overs he was bowling. It's his last one-day game, and he will be wanting to finish it with a high. And they have a great opportunity here.
Down the pitch and no run into the offside. It's 35 for 2. Well, lots of smiles out there. Sri Lanka got runs on the board. There's a lot of old-fashioned coaches and managers would say get runs on the board and then defend it. They've got plenty here, 274 for 6. So things at this stage going fine for Sri Lanka. Long way to go.
Just looking at the way the day started with the toss. The day started with the toss happening twice, Sri Lanka winning it second time. You just get a feeling, is there something else to the game? Is there something else to it? Will destiny be an important factor in this run chase? We'll wait and see.
We talked earlier in the first innings about the role of captaincy, and again we can check on it now with Sangakkara having got the runs on the board. He knows that he's got an ace in Murali.
Kulasekara just needs to concentrate on bowling as straight as possible. Kumar Sangakkara has given him a field that suggests that he's asking his bowler to bowl straight. There's a catching straight mid-wicket, there's a straight mid-on, there's a straightish mid-off, the catching extra cover, and the cover fieldsman is also relatively straight.
It's very gentle pace, is this? 125 Ks. Wicket-keeper is stood back. I think this field is just dragging him to the leg side with the two catches at fine leg and short mid-wicket. It's just dragging him really straight.
David, as a coach, you have been a coach of the England cricket team for a long time successfully. What do you say to these boys in the middle when they're having a run chase on an important game? They lost 2 wickets. What's the message from the coach to the boys?
It's responsibility all the way through, that you've got a couple of reversals, character comes into it, and at this level you expect them all. If the top class batsmen accept responsibility, it's down to you. 6 from the over, it's 41 for 2. There's all sorts of things that you talk about, and certainly to enjoy the challenge. When I was doing a job, I never ever talked about pressure. Never. Challenge all the time. You've got great challenges. Don't talk to me about pressure. You're under pressure. You're not. It's what you do for a living. Power plays. India's power plays got off to a flyer against Bangladesh. Look at that. South Africa 87. Netherlands 82 for 3. Pakistan 73 for 1. Telling. bowling power play taken straight away. So 41 for 2 in the mandatory power play of 10 overs.
That will take the pressure off him a bit.
He's used his feet very well there. He's moved across off stump. The line from Pereira was fine. It was sort of through that just outside off stump line. So there's nothing wrong with his line, but very clever batsmanship. And that sets up the over. Now he can now work the ball into the gaps and get the ones. And without any risk at all, they can easily get 10 off this over.
Clipped away, vacant area. Always looking to score boundaries early in any over, and then you just tick along. Of course, you might get a wide ball and something that you can knock away. So Sangakkara just checking with the bowler.
Very famous personality, Rahul Gandhi, the son of Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, the great Rajiv Gandhi, a very familiar face in Indian politics.
Sort of everybody's in today. You're telling me all about the actors and actresses that are in, now the politicians.
Everybody's in the stadium for the last 2 weeks, probably the last 1 week. We should have been watching the India-Pakistan game. Everyone, from actors, from politicians, from diplomats, and they were by numbers up at Mohali. And it's been the same today, and they love their cricket. You know, it's a huge, huge sport in the country. It's a big day for all of them. A World Cup final in India, and India in a World Cup final, so they've all come to support the team.
So 41 for 2 in the first 10 over power play, 5 fours. Quite difficult, the excellence of Malinga trapping Sehwag LBW early in the piece. Sachin promised, and then Nick 1. 2 for him, he's off on 1. Great celebrations.
So it's 4 scored all around the ground, but from India's perspective, they need plenty more.
We just had a trip round Mumbai there, didn't we, to get to the ground?
It takes a bit longer than that, though, doesn't it?
False start.
Yeah, the taxi driver doesn't take that long. You tend to get stuck in a bit more traffic than that.
Now flying.